Hey guys, it's Bren, and yesterday I made a trip into the Chicago area to go to both Bath & Body Works and White Barn Candle for the semi-annual sales. So, I'm here with my haul today. I was a little bit disappointed because the last time that I was at White Barn, and it's a little bit of a drive for me to get there, I was told as I was checking out by one of the sales associates that on June 8th, when Bath & Body Works started the semi-annual sale, White Barn would be getting a new line of candles that would be exclusive to them for about a month before they showed up at Bath & Body Works. And so I went in expecting to see a whole new line, perhaps the Destinations collection or the Poptails collection, something. And there was no new collection. White Barn was just doing their semi-annual sale too. Same old stuff. There was only one new candle at White Barn and only one candle at White Barn that was not out at Bath & Body Works yet. So the only White Barn exclusive, really. And that was the American Apple candle. And so I did grab one. They were on sale at White Barn for $12. Again, this was not at Bath & Body Works, just at White Barn. And I will be doing a full review on this candle probably later in the week after I've burned it a little bit longer. I just lit it today. It just pulled out like 2 minutes ago, actually. And so stay tuned for that. I will let you know. And this should be, I imagine, coming out at Bath & Body Works before the 4th of July, you would think, right? But I don't know exactly. But more on that to come. I'll show you what else I got. First, I went to White Barn to check out whatever was new. Saw that there wasn't much new. Went over to Bath & Body Works, got some stuff, then went back to White Barn. I would actually suggest if you have a White Barn, go there first because White Barn had more candles, in particular, more fall and winter candles, whereas Bath & Body Works seemed to just have things, they had a few fall and winter, but it was mostly just things from this year forward. And White Barn had some of the same exact candles for 75% off that Bath & Body Works only had for 50% off in the same exact mall. So go to White Barn first if you have one. At Bath & Body Works, what I got was a couple of the new soaps. Let me move some of these things down so you can... Okay, I just dropped something, so I edited it out because it was probably a really loud bang. Okay, back on track. I got two of the $3 soaps. So they had two new soap collections coming out. One was this collection, a lot of new summer scents. I felt the same way about it that I do about a lot of the soap collections. A lot of them are fine, but none of them are like great and amazing. I picked up the vanilla cone. It's really good. I mean, they've done plenty of vanilla scents, so it's nothing to write home about, but it does smell like vanilla ice cream, and I like the pretty blue color, so I just got one of those. And then I grabbed an Island Margarita soap. This collection has a lot of new kind of core fragrances, I guess you could say. I thought I would really like the pink grapefruit one, but it didn't wow me. So the only one I grabbed, and I just didn't need a lot of soap either. The only one I grabbed was Island Margarita. This smells very true to the candle, wallflower, scent portable, pocket bag, whatever. You know, if you like that scent, soap doesn't smell any different. So one of those for me. So two soaps total. Had to grab another Southern Lemon Chiffon hand cream. These were $3, and I'm almost done with the first one I got. Really like it. Think that by the time I get done with the second one, I'll probably be ready to move on to a different scent, so I just got one more. Grabbed two turquoise water wallflowers, a 2-pack here. This was $6, and this was kind of I'm trying to get to 30 because I still had some survey coupons, and I had the 10 off 40s, but I knew I wasn't going to get there, actually, so I was just trying to get to 30. That's why I got these. Mostly, now I've never been a big fan of this scent, but I love the colored glass on the turquoise waters candles that are out now, and I have a couple of them out on display. I've never lit them, but when I walk by them, I kind of am starting to like the smell. So I got these not for my tiny apartment because I feel like it's going to be a really strong scent and then I wouldn't actually like it to be that strong, but I got them to go over at my boyfriend's house because he has a much bigger space to fill, so I'm going to try them over there, and I don't know. Like I said, I just was trying to get to $30 really. So candle-wise at Bath & Body Works, I got a strawberry rhubarb marmalade 3-wick. This was just 50% off, but I've been staring at, I have all my candles over here on display. So when I want to burn something, I go over and I can just kind of take them all in. They're all lined up. And I went through one of these, and then I have a whole nother one unused, and I always kind of want to burn it, but I don't want to start it because it was my last one. And I have this feeling too that this will end up being kind of like a cult favorite. You know, it only came out in a 3-wick. I could see it never coming back again, but I could also see it being kind of like cider donut where people miss it and want it, and I don't know. So I grabbed another one so that I won't feel bad burning the one that I have. And if these go 75% off, I'll probably grab some more. The scent has really grown on me. I really like it, and it's cute. And so anyway, there was that one at 50% off. And then the last thing that I grabbed was an heirloom pumpkin mason, and this was also 50% off. And so that made it, about $6. And this scent I've never burned before in a candle, but I had a wallflower in it in the fall, and I really liked the wallflower. So I'm going to try the candle, and it's really fall-y. I don't know when I'll get around to burning it, but I had to grab that. So that was it from Bath & Body Works, I think. Just the 1 3-wick, the soaps, the wallflowers, the mason jar, the cream. That got me to 30. I took 10 off 30. I was out of there. And then went back to White Barn to grab the American Apple candle, and I started looking a little bit further into the store and at some of the things that they had brought back. And like I said, they had more fall, winter, way more than Bath & Body Works did. They had almost like complete fall and winter collections. They had just about everything from the Artisan collection, even like all the scents in mini mason jars back from the Artisan collection, and they had everything in this fresh picked collection from the fall. So really a lot of fall candles. It looked like they had a lot of winter ones too. I wasn't too interested in those, but these were 75% off. So the vanilla chai wasn't my pick. This was Josh's pick. You know, he was with me. He really likes the men's cologne candles, and I don't so much. And so, he would kind of be like, I like this one. I'd wrinkle my nose a little bit. So when he said he liked this one, I'm like, yeah, I'll allow it. Just kidding. No, but I was like, I wouldn't mind if you were burning that when I was around. So, he got it 75% off too. Why not? And I was able to smell this one right next to Iced Almond Chai, which was part of this collection, but a White Barn exclusive. And back when that came out, people speculated, and I speculated, that it was the same as Vanilla Chai. I had never smelled them side by side, though, and so, like I said, I was able to actually do that because they were both there, and they are different. Vanilla Chai is stronger. It's spicier, and has more clove in it. And I think that's why I never really was a big fan of vanilla chai, but I did like iced almond chai because it was just lighter and had less of the clove in it. But this is spicier. They're very similar, but this one is probably stronger too. And so now when Josh is burning it, I can see what I think of it, I guess. But again, yeah, 75% off. And the whole Artisan collection was there, and 75% off at White Barn. And then I also grabbed a Harvest Peaches and did a side-by-side comparison with this one too. I remembered this being a lot like Market Peach, which is like my all-time favorite scent. But when I smelled it in the store, thinking that it was like Market Peach, but with like a little bit of cinnamon and sugar thrown in, or a little bit of spice thrown in, but still I had never actually been able to smell them side by side. So I was able to smell this side by side with Georgia Peach, which is a repackage of Market Peach, and sure enough, you can definitely tell side by side that this one is the same kind of peach, but with spice in it. And so that one I love too, and I'm excited actually to burn this version because I never did last fall. I almost picked it up several times, but never actually did. And if you follow me on Instagram, I did a little series, I guess, of pictures where I was showing these comparisons and being like, are they the same or not? And I also compared like Summer Boardwalk and Sea Salt Maple Popcorn, which a lot of people thought were the same. And I was able to smell the American Apple right next to Farm Stand Apple, but I'll leave you in suspense on my thoughts on that until I can fully review the candle, the American Apple candle, later in the week. And so that was kind of cool, having all the scents there so that I could, at the White Barn, smell things next to other things that were from different seasons and speculate if they were exact repackages or slight tweaks or whatnot. This Harvest Peaches candle, I will say, though, it feels really low to me. I guess it's not really that bad, but it does seem like there's slightly less in it. I don't know. It just seems like it's really not that full. I guess it's fine. But I'm really picky about my candles, and so when I go in there, I look like a crazy person because I will sit there and take the lids off of like 6 different ones until I find one that I like, because I like to make sure that the wicks are totally centered and spread apart. I don't like it when they're all too close to the center because then the candle takes longer to pull out. I obviously don't like them when they're off center because it pulls out unevenly. So I'm kind of crazy about that. And then I had picked the perfect Harvest Peach candle out, but when I got it to the register, it was cracked. And I hadn't even noticed the glass was cracked because I was worried about all the wicks centered and whatever. So she's like, oh, I'll go grab you another one. And then she went, and I was like, you know, I didn't want to be a freak about it and be like, oh no, let me pick it out. The wicks are fine, I guess, on this one. They're kind of close to the center, but I just feel like it's not very full. I don't know. I mean, yeah, it was 75% off. Why am I complaining? But still. So, that was it from White Barn. It was just the 2 75% off candles and the one American Apple $12 candle. That was all I got while I was there. So combined, Bath & Body Works and White Barn, I only spent like $40 plus tax, 45 maybe. And that's less than I spent at the Yankee semi-annual sale. But I'm done with Yankee. That video's up, by the way, too, if you want to go back and watch it. Whereas I could see myself going back to Bath & Body Works. I actually wanted to get more of the turquoise water collection, like the soaps and some more turquoise waters candles. But I don't know that those are going to go on sale for the duration of the SAS. They might not, because I think that collection will continue to be displayed after the sale, so they're not trying to clearance it out. I don't know. Coupon-wise, got one from BBW, summer sale. On the back, it features some new body care that's coming out, and this is a coupon for a free signature collection item with a purchase of $10 or more. White Barn, I got this coupon, and this does feature the Pop Tails collection, and it's for a free item up to $12.50 with any $10 purchase, which basically at White Barn gets you like a mason jar candle since they don't have body care there. But that's it. Like I said, I'll be back with the American Apple review, and who knows, maybe I'll have a haul part 2, or I don't know, whatever else coming up. And these coupons start July 6th. I'm excited about this collection, so I plan on going back to White Barn next month for that. In the meantime, you can follow me on Instagram at WakeUpWriting, and I'll see you later.